My life, like many of yours, is filled with lots of wonderful things to include working, writing, creating, gardening, exercising, and cooking. Yes, cooking. I'm on a mission to change the way we see, experience, and relate to food. Hey family, welcome back to my Sankofa table. I am your host, Tia Capers, and today I am at the St. Louis, Missouri Zoo. And of course, I did not leave my snacks. I have my plantain chips, and I have some other dried fruit here, and I have my water because we want to stay hydrated. Weather is a little warm out here. The animals are out and about, so today I'm standing in front of the map. I'm gonna try to, I'm over in the cat country right now, so I've just seen the lion, trying to find the leopard or something. But you know, there's a number of things to see here. The herpetarium with the snakes and the bird house, and they have the primate house. I did see some monkeys. I did see some turtles on the way in here. They have sea lions, they have rhinos, hippos, elephants, zebras. They have some of everything. So today I'm going to try to see a number of things like lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! So if this is something you're interested in checking out, you know, checking out what some of the animals eat, and thus far I can tell you they've been eating a lot of vegetation, just like us. So if that's something you're interested in, then stay tuned, stick around, and I will share some of the zoo and some of the animals and their lifestyle with you guys. So stay tuned. Thanks. Hey family, so I am here at the St. Louis, Missouri Zoo, and as we can see, even the turtles are eating veggies. So it looks like they're eating radishes, maybe some type of kale, and I think butternut squash, but I'm not 100% sure. But shout out to the turtles for staying on top of their veggies. Signing out. A lot of times on this program, we talk all things health and wellness as it relates to people, but today we're checking out what the animals are eating. Already I've checked out the turtles, and they're eating their veggies. So let's, if this is something you're interested in, then stay tuned, stick around, and as I tour the zoo, I will be sharing with you guys some of the things that the animals also like to eat. So stay tuned. Hey family, I am still here at the St. Louis Zoo, and right now I'm looking at the primates in back. I don't know if they're out or visible at this point, but they too are munching on veggies. So how ironic is that? This is probably one of the animals that's closest to us, in terms of the makeup. So I'm just going to sit here and check them out. There's one up there, and then there's different ones going all throughout. I did see one of them over eating some vegetables. I don't know what vegetable it was, but hey, it's a good time to eat some vegetables, y'all. Even for the primates, right? All right, signing out. Alright family, so now I'm over here by the zebra, and lo and behold, they too eat vegetation. So looks like there's one way in the backdrop eating grass or hay or something. Can't really figure it out, but we know it's not an animal. So anywho, I'm just checking out the zebras, and I kept them in mind as I wore my zebra slides. So hopefully they don't mistake my feet for for one of their family members. But at any rate, I'm checking out the zebras, and they're beautiful. Now on to the giraffes.
Well, I found out that giraffes are also herbivores, and because they're so tall and their necks are so long, they're able to reach way up in the tall branches and eat the tender leaves, and they have them all to themselves. How interesting is that? They may eat up to about 75 pounds of food per day, and when it comes to drinking, their necks are too short to reach to the ground, so they may have to kneel just to drink water. Now on to Cypress Swamp. Cypress Swamps houses several different species of all types of beautiful birds and tropical wildlife. So very interesting here to see all of the birds just swimming around, enjoying nature, and just soaking it up. Thank you. Yeah. What's your name?
Go on the other side.
Jen, the keeper. I'm gonna put it in my closing credits.
You making a documentary?
No, I do a health and wellness TV program in Charlotte.
Oh, cool.
And so we always talk about food. So out here, about why not talk about what the animals eat. They're again, say that again.
Giant vegetarians.
Right, they're plant-based.
Plant-powered vegetarians.
Right.
All muscle.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Jen.
It's hard to see, but he's holding a disc in his right hand.
Okay.
And there's little divots in it, kind of grooves, and I stuck peanut butter in there with honey and Cheerios. And so he has to dig to get them out.
Wait, honey and Cheerios?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So he has to work to get his food out. Because in the wild, they spend most of the day foraging for food and resting.
Okay.
And so we want to mimic what they do in the wild in captivity for them. So rather than just giving them their food, we like to give them different food puzzles.
Okay.
And we'll make them work for their food. And so it's very mentally stimulating. So nice.
And so, in addition to peanut butter and the Cheerios, what else do they eat? Because you said they forage for, so do they eat some of the...
So its majority of their diet is going to be leafy greens and vegetables.
Okay. And what you guys put out here, like feed them,
so
or some
in the morning we'll scatter out a bunch of lettuce for them and different types of vegetables. So they can get like broccoli, peppers, leeks, onions, that kind of thing. They do get a small amount of like starch, like potatoes.
Okay.
They get a small amount of fruit, which we mostly use for training as positive reinforcement.
They like the fruit because it's sweet?
Yeah, but you know, just like people, we have to have it be limited.
Yeah.
High in calories and all the sugar.
Nice.
So they mostly get that as they get a reward for training.
Okay.
So
What does the training consist of? Like what type?
So we use operant conditioning training. It's just like positive reinforcement. So basically we reward them for a behavior that we want to see increase, and we will just ignore the behavior that we don't want, that we don't see decrease. We never use any sort of negative punishment.
Okay.
We always want it to be a voluntary, very positive experience for them.
Right.
So if they, let's say, choose not to participate, that's totally fine. That's their choice for the day.
Okay.
So we'll try to train them at least like once a day. You can also check for wounds too.
Okay.
Because they are a bachelor group, they do get into fights sometimes.
Okay, they fight each other.
Yeah. So
do they ever fight over food?
Yeah, they do. A lot of times it's more like tension or hierarchy in the group.
Okay.
So John 2 is our alpha male, and Bakari is our lowest ranking. Joe is kind of second man to John 2.
Okay.
So a lot of times John 2 and Joe will team up against Bakari.
Oh, wow.
So we had a little fight the other day, and there was some wounding. So with the training, they'll be able to show us different body parts. And so if they have a wound, we're able to assess it, treat it if we need to.
Nice.
To apply medical ointment to it, flush it out if we need to.
Now, what about drinking? What do they like water?
Yeah, so throughout the habitat, they have different lick tips and different, well, it's basically a water fountain for them.
Okay.
So press a little button and water will shoot out of it.
Do they drink any of that water coming down?
Yeah, they do drink from the waterfall.
in there
They don't like getting wet, so they won't go in the waterfall.
Stay dry and
Yeah, they'll drink from it. And also on hot days like today, that's why I threw them the popsicles.
Oh,
It's a nice way. Yeah, we'll just freeze juice in a cup for them or a bottle. And that way it keeps them hydrated as well. And it's a fun young treat for them. Yeah.
Much like us.
Yeah, right. They get very hot. They get overheated easily. So like next week it's going to be in like the hundreds. So they do have different temperature cutoffs. So when it's usually above like 95 degrees, we'll have them inside for the day. And we don't want them to go through. So the building is closed right now, but see where it says Jungle of the Apes? So that's our entrance to the building. There's two entrances, but when all the apes are outside, we keep the building closed. There's nothing to watch. But if they have access inside, we'll open up the building.
Okay, now in terms of age, who's the oldest?
So John 2 is the oldest. He's 25. Okay. Joe is right behind him at 24, and Bakari is 16.
Oh, he's a youngster.
17. There you go. Yeah, he knows. Oh, you're good. Yeah. I was like, I think those were ages. I got a rough estimate. It's not long. You're not far off. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for answering my questions.
I'm
always curious about food and what everybody eats, us and as well as the animals.
Yeah.
Pretty informative, so thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions. We don't have a timed enrichment or like a super chat or anything right now because of COVID.
Okay.
But normally we do our food tosses or initial tosses with them around like 1:30ish. So you can usually cover them.
Now what about insects? Do they eat insects or not so
They don't.
much?
Our orangutans like them. So our old lady, 53, Mira.
Wow, she's teaching out here?
Yeah. She loves worms. Loves worms. So if you go around this pathway, it'll take you to the chimps and the orangutans.
Okay. So go back
so
out this way
follow
and
this
follow
pathway,
around.
you'll see the chimps first, and then you have to do it. So now going through here, there's nothing.
This
is all the gorilla. This does loop around.
Okay, but the three of them are out here, so this is, okay.
If you go on this path and then back out, take a right, you'll go past the prairie dogs, and it'll also loop back around to the
And I definitely want to see the butterflies, and I got to look back at my map where the butterflies are.
Those would be by the north entrance.
North entrance. So
Going back out, you'll hit the south side.
okay.
Still over here in what's considered the wild section, now let's check out the chimps. Just like humans and any other mammals, baby chimpanzees rely heavily on their mother's milk. Infant ones nurse for at least 5 years, and they'll even stay with their mothers for longer periods of time. Historically, they're believed to be herbivores, meaning they only eat plants. And as you can see here, this little guy is picking up a piece of lettuce to go and munch on. And just like the gorilla, they too love sweet fruits like mangoes, bananas, watermelons, and apples. And when they are not able to get those types of fruit, they do prefer flowers, leaves, and seeds, or tree bark. to the beautiful orangutans at the zoo. There's about 3 of them there, and I believe they're all female. There's one named Mara who's in her 50s, believe it or not. And then there's Ginger, the baby, who may be about 5 or so. Although they're classified as omnivores, I found out that they primarily eat ripe fruit, young leaves, bark, flowers, honey, insects, vines, and the inner shoots of plants. They spend about 4 to 6 hours a day just foraging for food, and they do drink. They gather moisture that collects on leaves and from the trees. They will occasionally drink from streams and rivers when they need to. With watching all of the animals eat, now it's time for me to forage for some food. So let's go inside and hopefully they have something I can eat. Well, what do you know? One of my favorites, they actually have a bean burger on the menu. Yay!
Hey family, so I am still here enjoying the zoo. I had to make a quick pit stop and, get me something to eat, and lo and behold, they had a bean burger. So yay, shout out to the zoo for having some alternative things that we can eat. Standing here now, headed to the butterfly solarium, so I'm excited about that. I've seen a number of different types of animals here today, and so I'm just still hanging out at the zoo. So stick around. Thanks.
Oh, the insects. Okay, you're almost there. Just go a little bit further.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
And I'm making my way to the Insectarium so that I can check out the beautiful butterflies. And I've made it. Look at all the ants on the sticks. See them all?
Yeah, I see one carrying milk.
And welcome to the Butterfly House, located in a huge dome. So butterflies are my most favorite insect. I love the whole metamorphosis of it all. I love the beautiful colors, sizes, how they just flutter about. But nonetheless, they actually like to eat on the nectar of fruits. Some of the fruits that they like to eat the nectar of, things like rotting pineapple slices, cantaloupe, mushy bananas, oranges, even strawberries and things like that. Because of their straw-like mouth parts, they're mainly restricted to a liquid diet. They use their proboscis to drink the nectar from the flowers. Sometimes the nectar resides really deep within the flower. And although some grasses do have flowers that produce pollen, but they don't produce nectar. So there's nothing really for butterflies to feed on when it comes to grass. Typically the caterpillars will eat the grasses, but the butterflies pretty much won't. When it comes to drinking, they pretty much sip liquid from muddy soil. And now the painted dogs. Unlike herbivores, these animals do prey on smaller or medium-sized animals like the gazelle and impala. They travel in packs for hunting, and it's been said that they can finish a full-grown gazelle in as little as 8 minutes. Rhinoceros, on the other hand, eat leaves, grass, twigs, bark, fruits, and roots. They're herbivores, and they gain all of their nourishment exclusively from plants. On to the hippos. Hippopotamus are also herbivores, and they will consume a variety of plants. However, their diet in a natural setting is mostly grass. Maybe just a little bit of aquatic plants, but mostly grass. And because their stomach is not made for meat consumption, they'll almost never eat anything meat oriented. it has been a fun and insightful day at the St. Louis Zoo, which is home to over 14,000 animals representing nearly 500 species. Of course, we didn't see everything, but we did see a lot of animals. We got to know what they eat, some of their habitat, some of their environment, and their lifestyle. So thanks for sticking in here with us, and we hope to bring you more good programming for you and the family. Remember to tune in every second and fourth Saturday of the month, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will see you at the table or at another location. Stay tuned. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Mm-hmm.